Last week, we told you about a group of anthropology students from Texas State University digging up migrant remains in hopes of identifying them. Their efforts were highlighted in borderreport.com, and helping the students was Don White, a volunteer deputy with the Brooks County Sheriff's Department. Joining us to talk more about that is Sandra Sanchez. And Sandra, your report is titled "South Texas Retiree Gives Back to Help Find Those Lost Migrants and Remains." Don White is retired, but he still seems to play an important role at the Sheriff's Department, Sandra?
Absolutely. He's an extraordinary man. He's 70 years old, a former recovery diver, and he served decades volunteering with the Bexar County Sheriff's Department. He lives outside San Antonio near Schertz, but he travels several hours, several times a week to Brooks County, which is about 60 miles north of the border, just north of me here, and to help search for migrant remains and deceased migrants in the brush in the ranch lands in this really desolate area.
And White told you some of the stories about finding migrants. What did he share with you about that experience?
Yeah, he sometimes walks miles and miles. I mean, he's a very tenacious, fit person. He says oftentimes he's looking down at the ground for clues, and sometimes he'll look up and there's a migrant waving at him, someone who's been injured, dehydrated, hyperthermia, cannot walk, have a snake bite or an ankle injury. That's most common. The soil is very sandy. It's extremely hard to walk in. I've been lost in minutes in this brush. And he says people find him and all they want to do is go home. Sometimes, though, he doesn't find them alive. He finds their remains.
Okay, and this is part of the Remote Wildlands Search and Recovery Program. You've covered this extensively. It was partially subsidized by Governor Abbott's border security funds. Now, is there enough funding, and how critical is this program really to that area?
Yes, it's part of the Brooks County Sheriff's Department, and it was funded in part by the border security funds this past fiscal year, which paid for some of his expenses. He doesn't take any kind of salary for what he does. We're not sure if the funding will continue. He works with Texas State University. Their funding was cut this session, so we'll see what happens to him. It is very important to give closure, as I've told you before, to these families elsewhere in the world who are looking for their loved ones who traveled north and they don't know what happened to them. And that's what he helps to do. He works with nonprofits like the South Texas Human Rights Center, and they all collaborate, even with the Border Patrol's Missing Migrant program, to try to find these people. So hopefully he will have funding. I know he does they do rely also on donations.
All right, Sandra, as always, thank you so much for joining us.